And we are live. Been a couple of weeks since we've been on, but here we are. When last we saw our brave adventurers, they had, for the most part, wrapped up things at Thornton Manor, stepping out to handle some affairs. They eventually returned and delved into the caverns beneath. The tunnel system that they surmised was dug into a massive circle, roughly the diameter of the city proper. Within that circle, painted on the walls, ceiling, and floor, profane runes, perhaps religious in nature. The circular tunnel dug beneath the city, as they rounded it, they found spokes that radiated inwards towards a center, perhaps room. Following one of those spokes inwards, the party stopped at a point and attempted to use a vial of holy water to disrupt the painted runes. It repelled the water flowing away, seemingly as if repelled by a gravitational effect. But with some coaxing from the druid, they were able to disrupt painted runes, eliciting a horrific scream from further down the tunnel. And so as we start today's session, we find our adventurers here at episode 50, midway between the perimeter of this massive arcane circle beneath the city and its center. And I will open it up to the party to decide what they want to do next.
Can we tell how far away the sound is?
Far? Perhaps the midpoint of this circle, perhaps from the center.
Can we see the center?
No, this circle is massive. Based on its curvature, I think somebody rolled a natural 20 somewhere in their last session. Based on the curvature on the perimeter of the circle, it is the diameter of the entire lower portion of the city.
Well, it sounds like you guys pissed something off.
Let's say a good mile across at least. And so with you being, perhaps a quarter of the way down one of these tunnels towards the center, the sound echoes down the hallway from at least a half mile.
It wasn't me.
I'm gonna cast. Oh, did we cast spells last time?
I mean, you came off a long rest, but you kind of had tooled around the city.
Yeah, I have, a lot of my spells have been used.
I don't know what you would have used them on, though. You guys did have a long rest.
Oh, I polymorphed the guard, I cast legend lore.
Oh, that's true. That's
Right.
true.
Yeah, all I cast, I think, was shape water to make the holy water hit the runes.
Yeah, that's right. You polymorphed, not a guard, but a guy that was following you.
Into a turtle, yeah. Yeah, so I will cast Pass Without a Trace on us. Let me just find it.
I'm gonna whip out Clangor's Rend.
Is it dark here, or can we see?
It is pitch black, I imagine, between Clangor's Rend and the book. The light spell emanating off of Pierre. There's enough light for you to see in your local area.
Do we really want to have light, though? Won't we be spotted from a ways away? We can all see in the dark now, yeah? Oh, Noro still can't, I don't think.
I cannot.
I don't think we're sneaking up on something though, with the reaction you just got from throwing the water on the wall.
Well, we have Pass Without a Trace going anyway, just in case.
We can at least try to be silent. I mean, that
Yeah.
still could benefit us, right?
Yeah. Lunelli's gonna put her hand down on the floor of the tunnel. Does she feel anything? Is the ground rumbling or anything?
Make a perception check. That's pretty good, but then it usually is. There is a very, very faint vibration. You almost don't catch it at first. But there it is again. And again. Deep, low frequency thrum. Over and over. Like a heartbeat.
Hmm. Something's not right here.
How wide is the tunnel? Like if we start walking towards the center?
The tunnel that you're in is roughly 10 feet across. It's wide enough where you can walk two abreast. It is rough-hewn stone, and the floor is roughly flat and somewhat dusty with with pebble gravel, the remains of the excavation.
I say we continue and just go slow and quiet.
That was the point of coming down here.
A few more seconds passes, and another sound comes from the direction of the center of the circle. A long moan. That echoes throughout the cavern. Throughout
Oh,
the tunnel.
hell no.
Lunelli's gonna go behind Noro.
No,
Just-
I know what this is. I know what this is.
It's not the dead.
You know anybody alive who makes that kind of sound?
Not people, but I'm pretty sure that's not the dead.
I'm pretty sure I've heard Deeps wake up a couple of times making those sounds.
It's the sound of a dwarf who's run out of beer.
Is Lunalia behind Noro just to keep turning him back around, keep moving him forward?
Yeah, she's just gonna keep her hand on the center of his back so that he knows that she's there. It's okay, let's just keep going.
Alright, I just grabbed Clangor a little tighter than normal. 'Cause I just got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, well, as the party continues, I'm going to ask you to make a stealth check. We'll add that plus 10 from Passive Trace.
Ooh, that's a 28 for me.
8 from Lunalia. And
Oh, gosh.
18 from Noro. 33 from Scribble.
Oh!
Where'd that bird go?
Came out of nowhere. Nice.
25 from Louis.
What about clanging clank clank?
And a 16 from Rogar.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me roll easily.
Mm. You begin to move down the tunnel. quietly, looking out for each other's footsteps. Whenever someone slips and a crunch of gravel underfoot is heard, collectively as a group you stop and help steady your friends. Your movement seems to be undetected. As you continue moving, you begin to feel a cool breeze on your faces coming from the direction of the center of the circle. And
Is there
over
any
the
sort of smell down here?
dank earth, but the further you move, the stronger that breeze gets, and while it is cool, there is a stink of decay on it.
Noro's favorite.
The minutes stretch on as you huddle together quietly, tiptoe further towards your destination. At the very edge of your visual range, Scribble, I guess you would see this before the others, beyond the radius of light emitted by the sword and the book, beyond what the others can see in the darkness. The tunnel opens up into a cavern.
Is there any light coming from inside?
As you approach, you can see far into this black expanse, the walls and ceiling and floor of which are well beyond your visual acuity. There is a pale source of light somewhat below you, maybe 50 feet below you, and at least 120 feet away. As you reach the mouth of this tunnel, before you lies a rickety wooden bridge 5 feet wide. Relatively new. It looks sturdy enough, but it sways slightly in the breeze that swirls in this space. At its far end, where it curves down and away from you, you all see a glow of light, multicolored, red, blue, white, yellow, green. 5 pinpoints in a circle far away from you on what looks like a platform. The glow from these circles illuminates massive chains that run from the edges of this platform up and out of sight. Although you can only see the walls of the cavern on the near side as they fall away into darkness around you, you estimate this space is at least 300, 400 across. A massive cavern with what looks like a platform suspended by huge chains floating in the middle of the cavern. And on it, 5 sources of light.
So does this bridge go all the way across, and does it intersect the hanging platform?
Just at the edge of the light that these circles on the platform cast, you can see 3 other bridges that similarly run down to it. I think can show you the map.
Captain Planet's gonna be down here.
Captain Planet.
This doesn't look evil at all.
That's fine.
Those different colored runes look familiar.
Yeah, suspended in the middle of this vast cavernous space on huge chains, the links of which are each a good 10 feet long, 6 or 7 feet wide. This massive chunk of stone, this stone platform, it's the bottom of which falls away into darkness. You can't quite make out its shape. The top of which is somewhat concave. You see circles that illuminate the space around them, arrayed regularly about the edge of this platform. The middle of the platform you cannot see. It actually falls inward away from you. It's almost like an inverse cone. But a green light emanates from within. It seems to be like almost a terraced depression in the middle of this island in space. Your bridge, 120 feet away from you, connects to the island. And the sound in this cavern, as you stop and wait and listen, perhaps extinguish your sources of light, you can hear, interspersed within the sound of wind swirling about in this space, voices. Just at the edge of your hearing, whispers, chatter. Can't quite make it out, but there are voices on the wind here.
Which platform are we, or like which bridge are we on?
You are off to the left here.
Okay, that's actually where we are.
Yeah, I mean, you're at the other end. I've placed your tokens here so that we can determine a marching order, and if you decide to move in this area, put you on the...
Do we feel like we have traversed to the center of the wheel?
Yes. This is very definitely center. The cavern walls that fall away from you, all about you here at the entrance to the tunnel that you're just come out of, are... If they were mined, if this is the product of, if this cavern is artificial, it was mined out long ago. But it looks natural. Or at least not made with,
The voices that we hear, can we make out words? Do they sound human? Do they sound... What are the voices that we hear?
Make a perception check. In fact, I'll invite all of you to make a perception check. The DC on this one is going to be...
Wait, did you say all of us?
Yeah.
Mhm. I had a shit roll.
Scribble. You speak an elemental tongue, do you not?
I know Common and Orion.
Yeah. Which is the tongue of
Wait.
the Air Genasi, I think.
It's one of the primordial languages, too.
Perhaps because of its speaker's affinity with this particular element, you pick up a few words. Whispers, then screams, more whispers. Turn back. There is no hope here. doomed. We're all doomed. And then it fades away into inaudible whispers again.
But it sounds like that's coming from the center.
It swirls on the winds about you.
Yeah. Noro agrees with what so. Do we
Yeah,
really
but you don't
need
know
to
what
be
it's
here?
saying.
Do we really need to be here?
Yes, no.
And
we
how
really
far is
need
the
to be
center?
here.
The bridge is 120 feet, end to end. The platform itself is, however big it is on screen.
It's
there.
actually to scale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that isn't to scale, obviously I haven't included the rest of the bridge. But,
That makes sense. And how strong does the wind feel?
yeah, but we're at the platform's 110 feet across. It is a stiff breeze. It causes the bridge to sway. Not more than a couple of feet side to side. It's not strong.
We're not like being buffeted by it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
The bridge has guide wires that you can hang on to as well. Like it's fairly well constructed. It's just it's not rickety because of age. It's rickety just because it isn't very much. A humble wooden rope bridge. But it will bear your weight as best you can tell.
Do we see any movement happening on the platform?
So, I will invite you guys to make perception checks. The center of the platform is depressed, out of sight, so it falls away out of sight. You see a green glow emanate from the center of the platform, and there is movement. You can see movement that causes the intensity of that green light to shift, almost as if there are figures walking over the light source. Sorry, and I'd ask for a perception check, but I'm just going to use the one you can. No point in having you roll back-to-back same check. Lunalia and Scribble, you're pretty sure it's a pair of figures that circle equidistant from each other, that are slowly walking around in a circle. Just by the way the green glow changes. Some of the shadows that are cast on the far terraced wall of the depression over here.
Okay, but we can't see them.
You can't see them.
We can just tell that it's probably people walking around.
Yep. You also hear the faint sound of chains. Definitely smaller than the massive ones that suspend this island. Something struggling against chains.
I don't have a chain sound.
Chain sound. So are we at the entrance, I guess, still?
Yeah,
We're at the beginning of the bridge.
Unless you guys want to move further right now, I'm assuming you're at the very, very edge of this massive chamber. The bridge falls away underfoot, in front of you, and I imagine you've extinguished your light sources so as to not keep yourselves away. And you're looking out across this expanse.
Can we see the marks on the upper portion of the platform? Are there marks? Okay.
Yeah, so what you see, it's probably easiest to see the close one because, again, you know, it's closer and it's illuminated by the faint glow of the arcane circle beneath it. Here you see a standing pillar, 15 feet tall, about 5 feet across. Cannot see what's on the other side, but it looks like there is a small raised platform beyond it. And something on that platform and about it glistens like liquid. What light there is reflects off the surface. There is a faintly glowing line, a circle that connects 4 of those. You can see here it looks kind of like a trace of blood.
Okay.
And it itself glows faintly red.
How high is this?
I'm gonna cast fly on myself and
Okay.
then go up and get a better look.
Cool. How close are you gonna get to the platform? Gonna fly like out and over it in the darkness and look down, or?
Well, so how high is it above us? You said it's like real high.
It's slightly below you. So
No, the ceiling.
Oh, the ceiling? You have no idea.
But it's tall enough that I can't see it. It's more than 120 feet.
Correct. But I mean, with the fly spell, like you could fly up into the darkness and find it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly up, and then I'll still be like kind of above the bridge,
All right.
but like high enough, or not high enough, but like far enough, you know, maybe 100 feet up to where I can get a better view.
You cast the spell. The rest of you see Scribble's feet leave the ground as he rises up into the air and gracefully flies off. As you float up into the air, you begin to see the ceiling above. It curves up and over, roughly dome-like. Natural in places, but it's a little bit too regularly carved out. Whatever this chamber is, it does not look like it was mined by a team of humanoids. It looks almost as if carved out by a divine hand, or perhaps a profane hand. As you fly over up higher to get a good vantage point of the platform, I can reveal a little bit of what's within. In the middle of the platform, you see terraced rings, concentric circles, each one perhaps a drop of 5 feet. Rough stone steps that lead down. There are channels from each of the 4 platforms, which, now that you fly up and over, you can see the pillars on each of these platforms have chains hanging from them, manacles that lie empty, pools of blood, some dry, some still slick and reflective. And these 4 channels that run towards the center have a softly glowing, a crimson liquid in them. That flows into a ring in the center of what looks like blood, but it almost has a glow from within. Deep beneath it, as if there was lights moving within it. In the center, a stone dais sits surrounded by a complex glowing green circle, and on it is a figure that at this distance, you can see it's a medium-sized humanoid. Alabaster white skin, although there's some strange discoloration to it. One side of the face down one arm is darkened. It bears wings. Its wings, its arms, its legs are chained. There are chains running from this glowing ring of blood about it. that bind it in place. And you can see the creature is alive. It is standing there chained, fighting against the chains silently, as two dark-robed figures circle it slowly, weaving spells with their hands. And all about, beneath the four circles at the cardinal positions, and mostly beneath them, but in a few other places as well, you see bodies. Some partially rotted, some look relatively fresh, coated in blood and ichor, laying about on the terraced steps. Perhaps as if sacrificed at one of these four pillars and then thrown into the pit below.
Would Scribble be able to tell if they're Genasi?
I'd say it'd be a little hard for him to tell at this distance without getting maybe close enough to be spotted, but it's hard to tell. They come in different colors, I guess is all he'd see at this distance.
But it does look like there's bodies on each of the colored circles.
Not on the circles, in the sort of shallow pit below. Like perhaps they were sacrificed and then the bodies were thrown down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so each one of these platforms here is a stone platform with a pillar at its back that it looks like a person could be or was chained to. And for lack of a better term, a blood groove that runs from there down into this pool in the middle.
The center platform, how does it look to be, like above the blood, or is it like down right in it?
It is, so the ring of blood here sits about level with the platform here, maybe just a few inches below this platform, and then there's a stone dais here in the middle that this winged figure is chained to that rises 5 feet above that. And just to better describe the map, the light-colored ring that you see at the top is the highest sort of surface. It is a 10-foot drop from here to here, and then each one of these rings is another 5-foot drop down. This one being roughly level with the pool and the middle platform.
Okay, I'll float back down to everyone and just kind of explain to them that looks like they've sacrificed someone at each of these possibly, and there's someone in the middle who they're doing some little dance with.
Well, that can't be good.
The last time we saw a ritual finished, a big thing crawled out of it.
Yes, maybe we should stop this one before it completes.
Well, so nothing's, I guess, noticeable. Can we see all the way across the platform at this point?
I'd say you guys can't make out too much from the far side, and you definitely can't see in the middle. Scribble was able to, and with the fly spell active, he can always fly up and check again if there's something that he feels he missed, or if you ask him for something specific. What's really visible to you is the circle on the close side. Like, you can see the glow from the others, but at 120 feet away, it's a little hard to tell what's going on. You definitely see that pillar and the complex rune work of the circle below it that glows softly. But what that means is, even though there are figures in the middle of this circle, they would not be able to see you until you came up to, let's say, within 5 feet of the edge here of the pit. And really, these 5-foot steps, the terraced bit here, don't think of it so much as movement restricting. It's more just to give a feel. This being a shallow, bowl. It's the 10-foot drop here. That's really the only thing that would per se. The rest of it is just rough steps. But you could get up to here. And with a good stealth check, not be heard or spotted.
Up to where?
Where I'm pinging.
I'm not seeing any ping.
I don't see a ping.
It's because I'm pinging a layer that you can't see.
Okay. Yeah. Lunalia is just going to pat Noro on the back. She's still keeping her hand there. Let's go.
Monsieur Loiseau, did you have a chance to take a look at these chains? How are they connected to the ceiling? Did you go up that high?
Would I have noticed that?
Yeah, I'd say if you were up looking at the the walls and the ceiling, sort of inspecting the size and shape of the cavern, you would see that the chains are secured very strongly. They're pinned deep into the rock walls and ceiling of this place. One would have to do a significant amount of damage to either break the chain or the point where it's bound.
It's
Do you think-
insecure.
Do you think it is possible to maybe destroy these chains at all? That could end this problem pretty quickly. Oui.
We would probably have to destroy at least 2 of them.
Alright, well, let's get this over with before something comes up.
Lunalia is going to follow Noro down.
Alright, so what is your marching order as you head down the bridge?
Noro into front.
Ah. Okay.
I will be right behind you.
Rogar, where are you at?
I will be at the back, unless Louis wants to be at the back.
Louis and Scribble?
I could be at the back.
I want to be out here in the middle of the fucking nowhere.
You're gonna keep flying?
Yeah.
And where is Pierre? I guess he's gonna float along next to you, or?
Yeah, he'd be just floating along beside me.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm assuming that you're gonna want to move stealthily down this bridge. Pass without a trace is very definitely still in effect.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me one more stealth check as you approach. Rip.
Oh, rip. Noro, you can't possibly roll worse.
I'm scared. Oh!
That's still a 21.
Oh, we still have... Oh, that's right. Forgot
Yeah.
about the buff.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Pass Without a Trace. It's a real lifesaver. So the worst is a 30.
Yeah, she's so focused on keeping her hand on Noro's back and making sure that she's backing him up that she's not watching her step.
I'm off to the side, so I don't think I have it.
Louis' got is he's staring up at the ceiling, staring at the chains and trying to
trying to figure out how to break this. To no
He's
avail.
doing math, trying to see if the bridge will hold its weight.
Yeah, all 48 pounds. Least of your concerns. As you get closer, you now hear chanting. 2 voices. And a third voice. The 2 voices chant in some sort of profane tongue that you don't recognize, but the third, does anyone hear? You know what, it's better if I don't give it away. I'll just check. I think the answer to this is no, but have a quick look at your character sheets just to make sure. Louis. Louis. And I think only Louis. Neat. Louis, you hear these voices chanting, and yeah, it is definitely a language that none of you speak. They chant in unison as these 2 figures circle the third. As you get closer and it becomes clearer, you can hear a third voice interspersed between the other 2. In a celestial tongue, it calmly, quietly recites a prayer. But as it does, you hear echoes of that same voice, very close, from a very close source about it, almost as if its voice bounces around the immediate area it's in, and the echoes change and shift. Some of them echoing the original voice, some of them twisting its words, some of them saying the exact opposite. As the party approaches, and those of you with the 2 low stealth rolls, Louis and Lunalia, suddenly make a bit of noise. The chanting from the 2 cloaked figures does not stop. But in a celestial tongue, Louis, you hear... Behold, your end approaches. Yes, your end approaches. Yes, it approaches. Your end is here. They have come to kill you. They will fail. They will succeed. Their doom draws near as well. You hear these echoes back and forth, shifting its words, changing its words, multiple meanings, multiple possibilities, perhaps.
Can I tell which is the original voice of his?
The loudest and the first thing you heard.
And then you said that I heard prayers. Could I tell to whom are they offered? What prayer? Is there a god involved? What kind of prayer is being given?
It sounded very generic, very old. No one god was named. It was something along the lines of, I beseech the pantheon of all gods of light. Give me strength. Grant me what I need to break these chains. Release me from my binds. And it was drowned by the echoes of itself. Drowned and twisted. You hear the prayer turn to curses. The hope turn to doubt. All the echoes of this creature's voice. Almost as if you're listening to multiple versions of it. Say different, similar, but differing things.
I whisper this to the rest of the party, at least the ones around me.
How close are you going to get as a party, and where do you stop? in your approach. So far, these two figures that circle the platform slowly, chanting, have not noticed you.
Now's our chance.
Noro's in the lead.
Are you going right up to where the bridge attaches to the platform, Noro?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
So
Lunalia's
Noro,
right behind him.
in front of you, 10 feet in front of you, there is a 5-foot wide stone pillar that you could hide behind. So you could, let's say, go all the way up to here.
Okay. Yes.
And I'm just going to move your token as an example. You could get all the way up to, like, you know, the edge of anywhere like this and look down. And as long as you crouched low, there's a chance you wouldn't be seen. So the middle of this platform is depressed by, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. It's 25 feet below your level. So you're looking down towards them. There's a chance, given that the backdrop behind you is darkness, that you wouldn't be seen. You'd have to crouch low.
Okay, let's do that.
What I'm saying is you've got the high ground.
Right. So these are 5-foot drops then in each ring?
The first is a 10-foot, so this here is a 10-foot.
Oh, okay.
And then each one of these three is a 5, so 5, 10, 15.
Oh,
For a
okay,
total
got
of
it.
25 feet from where you're standing to the lowest level of the ring, as well as the center platform.
Okay. I'd like to try to get to the edge and perhaps get into like a lying down position, kind of like looking over the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if like right there would kind of like just lying on the ground and peeking my head over.
Linnelli wants to take a closer look at the markings that are on the ground around this pedestal here. Who's drawing stairs? DM.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it's just a sort of profile view. I guess the blood pit would be there, and the platform in the middle is like like that.
I like it.
How is this thing chained up? The thing in the middle.
There are chains that actually come out of the ring of blood about it, that run up to it and wrap around its wings. It has shackles about its wrists. The chains are pulled relatively taut, so it can't move. 4 chains in total. And Scribble, the longer you stare at it, that you swear that there are rivulets of blood twisting up the chains towards this creature.
But so is it like one on each hand and one on each foot, or?
It's one on each hand, and then I guess basically one on each wing as well. Its feet aren't chained.
Okay.
So the markings that are around this pedestal here, are they... Is it like a glyph, like a magic sort of thing, or is it painted? Is it blood?
It is a faintly glowing sigil. Yeah, it's an arcane circle of some. Vaguely reminiscent of ones you've seen. It has some elemental affinity. It's elemental nature.
And there's blood heading down towards the center.
Yep, there is a narrow, like 1 foot wide groove cut in the stone that runs sharply down towards the pool. It is still wet with blood. Like it's not pouring down it, but it is slick and dark with
And it's moving towards that ring of blood.
Hmm?
And then you said it looked like there was blood climbing up the chain toward that thing in the middle.
Yep, the chains have like a dark wetness to them that seems to writhe and move.
Is the creature in the middle struggling at all?
Not actively. It flexes against its bonds, but it is not fighting savagely against them. It seems to be somewhat composed. Now that you all sort of sneak up to a spot where you can see it. Yeah, and actually, you know what? With the lowest stealth check of the group, its head is bowed, but it turns slightly to the side, and out of the corner of its eye, you can see one glowing eye looks in your direction. It seems to see you. And Louis, that coincides with what it say. Did the rest of you guys get close to the lip of the depression, or at least the spot where you can?
Yes. And I will mention to the others, or I guess tell them again, like the vision that Chrono had, that winged figure, that hooded winged figure that he didn't see. Maybe this is him. Maybe this guy gets corrupted. We should stop this soon.
The figures that are walking around in the center, are they robed? Are they... What kind of gear are they wearing? Are they armed?
They look exactly like that. They each carry a staff with a skull at the end of it. They each have a dark hooded robe on, and there's not much else you can really see about them. Their faces are obscured. Observing them for a moment, you do see that they trace sigils in the air. And arcane runes appear where they trace those sigils and sink towards the center of the platform into this celestial being. They are seemingly, one might surmise they're maybe reinforcing its bonds.
Lunalia's going to whisper to those closest to her. The creature in the center has seen me. He's aware that at least I am here.
The tale says we should stop it.
Yes. So Lunalia's going to cast a spell.
Alright.
She's laying prone, just like Noro, just peeking over the edge. But she's going to cast Heat Metal on this closest, where the chain emerges from the blood.
Interesting. Okay. Is that within range?
Yes.
All right. There is a verbal component to the spell. Interesting. As you
Yeah,
loose...
I mean, obviously she's whispering it.
Yeah, as you loose the spell, There is movement in the pit below you. One of the bodies that lays down below this platform you're on stirs, begins to stand. This one, relatively fresh, blood covering its pale-skinned torso from a massive wound to its neck, maybe from a ceremonial dagger. It rises to its feet and looks in your direction, and something under its skin stirs. I
Where is
ask
it?
you all to roll initiative. I
Where is
move
it?
it to your lair. As it does,
Don't
more of
forget
them
to click
stir.
on your character.
Rip.
Oh,
We gotta wait till we see the initiative tracker, though, don't we?
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, and let me out too.
As soon as she sees that thing, wake up, she's gonna reach out and put her hand on Noro's calf, because she's sort of behind him, and say, she'll whisper to him, "I know I said that I didn't think there would be undead. I was clearly wrong."
Louis, Linelia, Noro, Rogar, Scribble. Hey, I got all 5 of you in the initiative tracker. Give me a minute here, and I will put my fun little toys on there as well. Combat music, por favor.
Yes, I'm working on it.
It's 2, right.
Do I have something creepy?
Oh, that's a shame. These guys' names actually do show up. Hide them. Oh well.
What, the necromancer?
Yeah. I'm gonna try something new here. I am going to group everything together in the initiative order. For any multiples of dudes you're fighting. Is that okay with you guys, or?
That's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a single roll for these guys. Rip. And then I'll just,
Oh, I like that 4 they had before.
yeah, that's the other thing is I don't know if it's fair to do that. I feel like I should really roll 4 times to take the average, but the average of 4 rolls is going to be close to 10 to 11 most times. So. Well, that's some cool combat music. Let's see, how does the stream map look? Centered roughly? Scribble, how high off the ground are you there?
Just high enough to be out of the reach of whatever you're gonna do.
No, I'd be like 30 feet still.
Okay. I might as well roll initiative for the guy in the middle, too. Second, let me find his... Ooh, +4. Do we have any ties we need to break? We do not. All right, so here's how I'm going to do this. With Lunalia casting the spell, we can do this as a surprise round. These four undead creatures, these corpses that begin to stir and move. It would be strange for them to stand up and come running at you 30 feet a turn right now. So we'll count them as being surprised, even though they have detected you here. The two necromancers circling the celestial being in the middle did not notice you, even though he did. So this is basically a surprise round. And so the heat metal spell is cast. Lunalia, is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, she's going to stay. No, she's going to get up into a crouch.
Noro and Scribble. So I'll just go back up to the top of the turn. Nora, what are you doing? Lunalia begins to cast a spell. One of these corpses begins to stir and move, strange things crawling under its flesh.
I am gonna hold an attack for anybody who comes in range towards our direction. Laurel's gonna want to see where these things, what direction they move towards the next turn.
All right, Scribble.
I would like to move to within 60 feet, however cast range you need me to be, of the guy in the center. And I would like to cast the spell Knock on the locks on his hands.
Oh, interesting. All right, cool.
And I want to twin it so I can hit both of them.
Oh.
Wait, what'd you cast?
Knock.
If you choose a target that is held shut with Arcane Lock, that spell is suppressed for 10 minutes, during which time the target can be opened and shut. That's cool. Alrighty. Yeah, go ahead and put yourself within I'll say 20, 30... Put yourself within about 50 feet of him. Or closer than that, wherever you want to be.
Well, I mean, it looks like where he is 20 feet down from where the pillars around the edge are.
How does Scribble cast the verbal component of the knock spell? Does he make a knocking sound?
I picture a mimic knock.
Of course you have to.
Woodpecker sound.
And so you all hear this knocking sound from the darkness above that is mirrored 10 times louder as the manacles around this celestial being's wrists pop open, each one of them echoing throughout the chamber with this ear-splitting knock. The shackles drop to the ground. The creature looks down at its now bare wrists. And anything else from you?
Nope.
I
I just yell out, your hands are free.
Oh, he knows. Louis, I just realized I missed you, sorry. You're in there under a pile of zombies.
I want to bring Pierre up to about here. And then I'm going to poke my head around this pillar. And I will he'll point at the far guy, at the far necromancer, and cast polymorph on him.
Cool.
That
Nice.
is a wisdom 18 saving throw.
No, he is polymorphed.
Ooh.
Nice.
So he's going to turn into that same little turtle that our pursuer did. Just a little box turtle. Not a snapping turtle. Not a large snapping turtle. Just a little box turtle.
Alrighty, and that is a concentration spell, yes?
Yes.
And Lunelli is also concentrating on heat metal.
And then Louis will duck back behind the pillar. And I am done.
Alright. The celestial being looks down at his wrists. A smile begins to spread across his face as he turns and looks towards all of you. But there's something not quite right about his face. As he turns your direction, you see one glowing eye, a second, and then a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth eye open down the side of his face, down his neck, onto his shoulder. As the smile spreads across his face, you see a second smile on his neck, and another one on his collarbone, one on his chest, another one on his bicep, mouths running down one arm and eyes running down the other.
What the shit?
As you can see now that you're close enough, this creature's alabaster skin is interspersed with dark, almost necrotic patches where it has been corrupted. It begins to flex its wings against the remaining two chains, one of which is being heated, the other one which is not, but it does not move yet. Rogar.
This is still a surprise round, or
It is.
fuck. You said like the first drop down is 10 feet.
Mhm.
So dropping down to this layer is 10 feet.
Yeah, you just need to make a quick athletics check to avoid Le Prone, and
And then every drop down is 5.
yeah, and then the 5-foot drops are like, who cares? 5-foot drops, just call it normal movement. If you want to get back up over that 10-foot lip, it's climbing, right? So it's half speed.
It's
Unless
fine to climb.
yeah, like for
Not
you,
big
it's not a
moves.
big deal. So what you doing?
Would I be able to do that? Like within 30 feet?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm basically going to try and rush to that thing in the middle.
Well, I mean, you can get closer to it than that.
Yeah, okay. I will sprint. Or, yeah, I'll dash and get closer.
All right.
And you said it's... I'm gonna, I guess... You said it's corrupted. Do I get the, like, divine sense of...
You have charges of
Half
divine
of it.
sense left, right?
I have 1 left.
You okay with me spending it?
Yes.
give me just a second. I've got your character sheet, but I just want to make sure I don't go too far beyond what it can do. As you get close to this creature, you're hit by a wave. Like you feel like I'm assuming you jump across the pool of blood there and don't just wade through it. Give me just a quick athletics check for that. As you hop onto the platform, the sickly green light from the circle beneath you mixes with something in the air. You feel like you hit a wall of just a wave of sickness that washes over you. You look at this creature and it shines with an inner radiance that is beautiful. But at the same time, your stomach turns as you sense the corruption pouring off of it. There is something deeply conflicted within this creature. It is both the purest being you've ever been in the presence of, and horribly, horribly evil at the same time.
Okay.
And you sense these corpses stirring about you as well.
Do I sense any more other than those 4?
Yes.
Oh, great.
There are 2 more that have not moved yet. They lay perfectly still. You're not sure if they're laying in wait or what the deal is, but definitely sense 2 more.
Alright, I don't have anything for bonus action, so I am good.
Alright. Well, at the top of the combat round then, Noro, it's you.
Noro's in between panicking and kind of like not sure what to do, and he's like looking back at Lunalia, and he's just gonna hold his attack still. Pardon my daughter.
Alright. Well then.
She's telling you to rage, clearly.
I'm going to
Actually, can I step 1 square back? Sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to,
Yeah, of course.
to kind of replicate what I said.
I'm just going to look something up here on climbing because I always get it wrong. When climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot, unless a creature has a climbing or swimming speed. Yep. So at GM's option, climbing a slippery vertical surface or one with few handholds requires a successful athletics check. Yeah, so in this case, it's craggy enough that to ascend or descend this 10 feet costs 20 feet of movement, or it's 10 feet. You can jump down and athletics check when you land to avoid the prone and damage. Or acrobatics check. But climbing up doesn't require a climb check, it just costs 20 feet. So, as this creature, what you now see up close is a Genasi corpse. This one has very, very pale bluish skin. Shambles to its feet. You can see things wriggling under its flesh. In fact, its flesh in places is translucent. And you see what looks like a host of worms crawling under its flesh. It looks, well, as it runs towards you, the worms burst out from it, covering a large part of its body as it attacks you. 5, 25, 30. And I guess, Lunalia, you would get a attack of opportunity against it if you wanted to.
pretty sure Noro was also holding his action to attack anything that
Yep.
came close.
Yeah, so she would take an attack of opportunity with her spear.
Cool. Well, I'll tell you right now, they got nothing special. It's an armor class 10.
Yep, she's real good at this.
Oh,
She's
God.
fighting down the vomit, that's why she couldn't hit it.
Yeah, this thing is horrific.
I mean, it's clearly raised from the dead. Noro's number one no-no. Okay, I guess seeing this, it's just an attack of opportunity, right?
It is. Yeah, sorry. It's a held action, so it's just a regular attack.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 19 definitely hits for 9 points of slashing damage. You cut into it, worms that are pouring out of its flesh and crawling over its body go flying as the axe cleaves into it for 9 points of damage.
What is this?
What this is not a lot of fun. It now attacks you. Attacks with claws. 1, 2. Does that first one hit?
The first one does hit, yes.
That is 8 points of slashing damage and 11 points of necrotic damage, as its claws rip festering wounds into your flesh. It also, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Ooh, natural 20. You manage to dodge several worms that fly off of it as it jumps towards you to attack. And they spatter harmlessly to the ground. Alright, the next one turns and goes after Rogar. It wades into the pool of blood. Rogar, you can see that it does not appear to be very deep. It's maybe only knee deep.
Okay.
As this reanimated corpse comes barreling towards you with worms crawling out of everywhere. It attacks you twice. And I guess that second one just barely hits you.
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to make a dex saving throw as well. Ooh. A worm launches from the creature and latches onto your forearm. And begins to burrow into your skin.
Aww.
Gross.
You've fought these before. Ori's fought these before.
Yep.
Let's see. Intelligence of 5. Okay. The third one climbs up out of the pit and attacks Pierre.
Not Pierre!
Gonna fuck his pages up.
Yeah, and Louis, he's completely incorporeal, right? So these claw attacks just go right through him.
Yeah, I mean he dodges, or attempts to dodge,
Oh yeah,
But
I'm sure he sells it real well.
but the claws go right through him.
Nice. You know what, dude, make a performance check for Pierre, and if he doesn't have a performance, use yours.
I mean, he doesn't have anything. He is a figment of my mind.
Perfect. Use yours.
12.
As far as this creature knows, Pierre is real tough to hit, and it's going to keep attacking him. They're not smart.
Keep it up, Pierre.
Yeah, that's,
You got this, buddy.
these things are really, really rough, and you're going to need all the help you can get. So having a decoy is a pretty good thing. The last one... Lunalia, you become aware of one more running across the pit, and you see just at the end of the turn, see a hand come up over the edge of the lip of the cliff there, and that's as far as it gets. Louis, it is to you.
Oh shit. For the moment, Delu's just gonna take the pull out the old wand of MM, and we'll start with the first level. So he'll hit all three of those at the one that Pierre is fighting. So 9 damage total to this guy. And then he's gonna back up. He's gonna back to there. Is he gonna back to there? No, he's just gonna go there.
The missiles spiral out from the wand, going right through Pierre and into the creature, seeming to do as much damage as you would expect them to do. Its jagged maw opens up, jaw sort of hanging to the side. Its entire head kind of sits a little, tenuously on its neck where its throat's been cut. This one is a bit rotted, and it just... And I just lost my voice. I'll be right back.
Like he got a throat contusion.
I'm done, so Scribble, I think you're next.
I'll wait for Poker to get back.
One of them worms got him.
Throat worms.
I'm pretty sure I hear him going to the fridge for cake, so clearly that's what that was all about.
Sorry, I tried to do a zombie sound and my voice cracked and I lost it. Clearly I should have made some lemon tea before we started.
You are not.
So, was there any indication from the winged creature on like what he was going to do?
No, his actions are very cryptic. He acknowledged the shackles breaking. He's kind of stood there and just flexed. You could see his wings flex against the chains that are wrapped around them. They don't appear to be shackled. The chains actually appear to be somehow like wrapped around his wings to bind them. But so far he's kind of just stood there and then just looked up at all of you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Louis, was there anything else you wanted to do before I...
Nope.
Died.
Pretty shit turn. That's all.
Okay. Well, then it is to Scribble.
I am going to go like fly down over to this little chain over here.
All right.
And then I am going to cast telekinesis. And then I'm going to throw this guy, the guy right next to Hummer, off the side.
Fucking amazing.
Nice.
Oh boy, that's a wall of text. Give me a sec here. You can try to move a huge or smaller creature. Ability check. So a spellcasting ability check contested by the creature's strength check. Alright, so here is the creature's strength check.
And so what do I have to do on there? Anything? Or is it just my spell?
It's
DC?
against your spell DC.
No. You make a spellcasting ability check.
Oh, what is that?
So you're a sorcerer, so you make a charisma check.
So I just roll charisma?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
And I'm pretty sure when it says make a spellcasting ability check, it's just that you don't add your your proficiency's only added when it's a attack roll. I think RF helped me out here. I'm pretty sure that's right, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right too. I'm not 100% positive, but you're not proficient in charisma. You're proficient in persuasion or performance or whatever. But
telekinesis is a concentration spell, so you can do that.
you can't do that while flying.
Yeah, that's why I
Oh.
landed.
No, I'm just wondering if you can try it again next turn, given that you still have concentration on it. It's not, the text isn't very clear about whether you can try it again. On subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain your grip on the creature by repeating the contest. But if you
Yeah, you
fail,
can totally. Next action, you can be like, I pick him up and throw him.
yeah,
Totally.
I can't imagine why you wouldn't be able to. Oh yeah, here we go. You can affect the same target round after round, or choose a new one at 8. Yep, cool.
Yeah,
So,
every turn.
yeah, you just keep it up and keep doing it. Okay. Anything else, or is that it?
Nope, that's it.
All right. On Celestial Being's turn. Mm-mm. On the Celestial Being's turn, it turns towards the... actually, Rogar's right there. Rogar, it turns to you. You can see its two original eyes, and then eyes trailing down one side of its face, down its neck, shoulder, arm. They all lock onto you. And it begins to speak out of its original mouth. The other mouths down its neck and chest and arm chatter along with your... Help me break these chains. Yes, help me break these chains. Break the chains. Break the chains. Don't break the chains. It spells your doom. And it begins to flex its wings against the chains. Let's do strength. Not good enough. Lunalia.
She's going to drop heat metal so that she can reach out and touch Noro and cast protection from good and evil.
Oh, sweet. Actually, it's protection from evil and good.
Oh, shut your mouth. So yeah, it will protect you from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey fiends, and the undead. These things have got to be at least one or more of those.
Yeah, they're undead. And the thing in the middle is a celestial. I put a yellow dot on the row here.
So they have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. And you also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Be not
Right,
afraid,
right.
Noro.
Sweet.
Cool. Okay. Anything else, or is that it for you?
She is then going to move. She's gonna make her way down the pit. Let's see, from where she is. You said it's 10 feet to the next lip?
Yeah, it's from the light gray to the dark gray is a 10-foot drop. You can jump down literally by just spending 5 feet of movement to step to to step down and make an athletics or acrobatics check to avoid le prone and a d6 damage. Or you can climb down it for a cost of 20 feet of movement.
She's gonna jump down.
That is 15 feet. Same thing.
So what am I rolling?
Athletics
Acrobatics?
or acrobatics, your choice.
They're both garbage. I'll end
Nice.
up le prone.
Yeah, but we like that. That's fun.
Oh no, that's not bad.
No, you fine. So it just costs you the movement of moving to the next space.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of my movement.
So you move
And,
to, what, to here? Or?
Yeah, because I was right beside Noro right here.
I mean, you've moved 10 feet if you go diagonal. Oh, sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, but I assumed that she's underneath that platform.
You make it to here.
Okay.
If you want, if that's the direction you're going.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Rogar. Wacky angel dude behind you, crazy wormy zombie in front of you.
Where would you say that the worm thing latched onto me?
It was your arm.
Your arm, and here is what you need to know about that. It is a tiny undead creature. While on your skin, it can be killed or scraped off using an action. You can see that it is attempting to burrow between your scales. So you can take an action to you can take an action to scrape it off, or you can take an action to kill it. It's relatively easy to hit, AC of 6.
I will use a breath. I'll like hold up my arm that's burrowing into to kind of hit both the worm and the zombie thing. And I'll use my breath weapon.
That is cool. What's the range on that? Is it 15 feet?
15 feet.
5, 10, 15. Smart. It does not hit the dormant one.
Would it
in that case?
would it freeze the blood pool thing underneath of it?
You know what? It would freeze the surface of it at least.
Okay.
Perhaps enough to lock the creature in place for a bit.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll do that then.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure you take half if you succeed. So the worm thing would still die.
Oh yeah, no.
Gotcha.
It freezes, falls off, and shatters. It has 1 hit point.
Oh.
Yeah, their AC 6 1 hit point, and all ability scores are 2. They have a speed of 1 foot.
They're tough.
So, sorry, was that con save? These things are actually pretty conny. Nope, it takes the full 15 points. As you unleash the storm on this thing, it rhymes over in frost. The worms wriggling beneath its flesh and those that have dug their way to the surface. Some of them freeze and fall off, shattering as they hit the thin layer of frozen blood that now surrounds its knees. You can hear it already starting to crack as the creature tries to free itself. But it is, for the moment, perhaps for a turn, stuck.
I will... I'll take a hit from... well... Yeah, I'll take an opportunity attack from it and move like 5 feet away, so I'm still next to the angel. That is a miss.
Yeah.
Could I use a vial of holy water on the angel, on the corrupted looking part of it?
I mean, you can do anything you want. I don't know what that's gonna do, but I'm gonna find out. Yeah, you gonna take a vial and just splash it?
Yeah.
You know, like
or I guess
normally,
carefully pour it on.
I feel like normally that's that's an action, but that's cool. Like you're basically just popping it and pouring it on. It's interesting. I like it. Which side? The left arm that's covered in mouths, or the right arm that's covered in eyes?
I didn't realize both arms were covered. I guess the right arm?
Yeah, it's kind of
the
like
mouths.
not all the way down to its wrist. It's sort of like bicep, tricep, shoulder, chest, and up the neck. So you're gonna go for the mouths?
Yeah.
All right. You pop the cork on the vial and splash it on that side of the creature, and at once, half of the mouths, about a third of the mouths, start cheering. A third of them start screaming, and a few of them just mumble or remain quiet. The creature just looks at you as its eyes glow brighter. And its mouth, its original mouth, smiles as it nods.
I'll try and get you out of here as quick as I can. Just... you'll have to give me a few minutes.
When you say that, a single voice comes back to you. The mouths are quiet temporarily. You have my thanks. All right. The turtle. You look down and you notice a turtle near your foot. And the other, the other guy. Let's see. What is he going to do? And really, that is interesting. I don't know. How can I not? 60-foot radius sphere. Yeah. I need Scribble, Noro, Louis, and Lunalia to make a well, I suppose for the can Louis see him quite a ways back from the edge? I don't think he can. Need you guys to make a con save. The Necromancer here. You know what? Fuck it. If Louis could see the other one, he can see this one. The Necromancer here begins to cast a spell, Verbal Somatic Material Components. You want to attempt to counter it, Louis? If not, then I need con saves from...
Yeah, I'll counter it.
Alright.
Oh man, I wasted a good con save.
At third level.
At third level, I need you to make a roll then.
Thanks, Louis.
Still might need that con save.
Oh, come on, Louis.
It's just int, right? Int roll.
I think so. Spellcasting ability check. DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature spell fails. It is a 6th level spell. Unfortunately, your spell is not quite high enough.
Woo! I mean, that's shitty, but woo!
Hey, I finally got something past his counterspell. As a dark, let's see, a dark globe of negative energy suddenly appears, blanketing all of you in this sickly stink of undeath. It disappears as quickly as it appeared. However, take product damage. The DC is 15. So we got a... Oh. Lunalia and Scribble take half damage. Circle of Death.
Oh.
So Scribble and Lunalia take 15 points of necrotic. Noro and Louis take 30. And this is kind of weird because these zombie things are not immune to necrotic damage.
I take full damage, but I at least don't lose concentration.
Ooh, I guess I should roll mine.
Oh yeah. Sorry, all three of you guys who are concentrating should.
A DC of 15 if you took full damage, or
Do you roll a separate con save for that? I'm okay to just let the one con save stand for both, but.
no, it's a separate. It's you do your con save for the thing, but then you do a
Oh, I see.
con save for concentration.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the scroll there. You did pop it twice. I got it.
Oh shit, I think I lost mine.
15. You took 15 points of damage. No, you got to beat 10 or half the damage. Fire. So.
Well, half of the 15
Yeah,
that
half.
I took.
Yeah, half the damage you took, or 10, whichever's
Wow.
higher.
Does an 8 beat half the damage of 15?
It does, but it doesn't beat a 10.
Oh, right. Okay, well, Noro, you're gonna lose your protection.
So Noro loses protection. Lunalia is no longer concentrating. Scribble made his. The 30 is 15. Sorry, you make a save. So yeah. Scribble makes his. And Louis concentrating made his. Give me a second here. I'm just gonna roll 1, 2, 3 con saves for my zombies.
Oh,
Wow, 2 of them
Nice.
fail. This is just rolled top to bottom, so 2 of them actually take 30 points of damage, which I don't understand how a undead creature can take necrotic damage, but hey, but they do. they all appear to be somewhat affected by this spell as it goes off. And I think that's everybody accounted for there. Is he going to do anything else on his turn?
Do any of them die from?
No.
Oh.
They're pretty tough. Oh boy. That is his turn. He's gonna... Nope, you know what? He's gonna move too. Moves to there, and as he moves past the Celestial, it lashes out at him. Make an unarmed attack, and there's no button for that, you son of a bitch. Well, here we go. Let's just...
Who's making an attack?
The Celestial. Oh, and it hits him. I'll just do this as 1 + 4, so it hits him for 5 points of damage. Rogar, you see this as the Necromancer moves past the celestial being. It lashes out, trying to grab the Necromancer. Doesn't quite, but manages to backhand him. And hits him pretty roughly. Seems, at least for the moment, maybe he's on your side. That is the round. Noro, it's to you.
Okay, seeing the shenanigans and the pain, I am going to bonus action Rage. Because I bonus action Rage, can I also choose in my Rage to go Frenzy?
While raging, you can choose to Frenzy. You can make a single melee weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. So yeah. Yeah, now that you've declared Rage, and on this turn, if you declare Frenzy, your next bonus action next turn can be an attack.
Okay, I wish to do that.
Keep in mind, you can also choose to Reckless each turn, which gives you advantage, but it gives them advantage against you as well. With their AC of 10, I don't know if you really do that.
Right. Whenever you... which one made the save? Was it the one that was in front of Noro, or...
Yeah, this guy didn't seem to be as badly affected as the other two. And they all three look like they've now taken a fair amount of damage. There are, these sickly-looking necrotic worms are dripping off of their bodies and like splattering on the ground. Some of them wriggling around, and others just splattering lifelessly on the ground. They seem to be starting to fall apart.
Okay, then I'm going to cleave into the... Well, hold on. Scribble is... He just has that guy floating in the air, that's it?
No, I didn't do anything to the guy.
No.
Oh, I thought you were doing telekinesis on him.
Yeah, he managed
he
to
just
hang
failed.
onto the ground.
He is smart zombie.
Smart song. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Then
Maybe it was tussling with you at the time, and it managed to like grab your wrist or something and not get pulled away.
Gotcha. Alright, first attack. Oh, that was a 19. Poo.
Are you attacking one-handed or two-handed?
I'm actually
Oh, you get the sword out.
Clangor.
Yeah.
Yes, because of lighting, and I also thought it would be in something with undead, so I figured necrotic wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah, it's a really cool visual. You swinging this sword that emits a blood red light too, like
Yes,
like a big rave glow stick.
pretty much. I'm raving. Two hands, baby.
18 definitely hits for 12 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make your second attack. Sword cleaves into it deep. Sorry, 15 points with the damage.
Yes.
And another 12 points. Two giant slashes across the creature's chest open it up. Its ribcage splayed open, worms pouring out. The remnants of rotting guts following them.
Ooh.
That's it for you, unless you've got any movement you want to.
So he died. He died. Yes. I guess
Oh, no.
Like, oh gosh.
He's close to death, but the creature is still alive as worms and ichor pour out of its chest. It looks up at you and swings at you with both claws.
Okay.
2.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh.
And I need you to make a dex save. Do both of those hit, or just the second one?
They both hit.
Oh yeah, your AC's not that high.
No, I went 2 hands, so I'm getting smashed.
Sleight of hand.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
He's trying to pickpocket him. He's gonna get nothing but worms.
Oh, I got lucky.
Yeah, again, you manage to at the last moment as this creature claws into you, you manage to knock one of the worms that crawls onto your arm off.
Under my oh my god. Ew.
But you do take the full... you're raging, so the slashing damage is halved, but the necrotic damage is not. So, that's... What is that? A total of 4? 3, so a total of 7 on the first hit, and a total of 10, so a total of 17 points for both attacks. That's with the slashing halved. And that'll be its turn. The next one...
Why don't they die?
The next one, which Rogar stepped away from, will make a strength check to attempt to break out of the iced over blood about it. No, not enough. Yeah, it has nothing it can do. It continues to struggle against the sheet of ice that is cracking about its knees. Third one continues to attack Pierre.
Him smart.
You got this, Pierre.
And the fourth one will... Well, let's let the dice decide. Sorry, Louis. The fourth one attacks Louis twice. Once. Twice. And I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Those are both hits.
Oof.
You got mage armor up, I thought.
Yeah, I thought
Oh.
you...
AC 10 becomes AC 13.
Oh,
You don't have shield or anything?
Oh, what do you need shield for if you got mage armor and stand in the back all the time? But I
That's
wasn't
true.
able to stand in the back a bunch. Oh, nice.
What?
Oh, good.
Oh no, you only need to roll once.
I get hit twice though, didn't I?
It's 2 attacks with claws and 1 with burrowing worm.
Ah, okay. Alright, then the 20.
Yeah, the dex save is actually against a separate attack that is just a dex save. Yeah, you manage to hit claws into you deeply, but you do manage to dodge out of the way of a worm that it sheds. And it is to you, Louis. There they are. Blast them.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, the one in front of me, I will. He's covered in worms, right?
Yes. Oh, con saves for the attacks, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't even.
Yeah, I forget it all the time.
So, all right. So the first one is 15 damage. The second one is 13 damage. Wow. Actually, okay. So 15 damage,
Yes.
13 damage. I am down.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Had you previously taken damage? Oh yeah, from the
Circle of Death.
big spell. Yeah.
He's just a wee little fella.
Yeah. So polymorph drops then,
Right.
and Pierre also drops.
I'm just gonna drag him off the map because it's deleting, putting him
Yeah.
back. Rogar, the turtle next to you rapidly grows in size, morphing back into robed, hooded necromancer, who looks quite surprised at the massive dragonborn in his face.
So does it go one attack, second attack, worm? Is that the order of operations here?
Kind of. It's 2 attacks and burrowing worm.
So then the burrowing worm, I would have automatically failed that dexterity saving throw.
All right. You know what it does. I'm assuming you know what it does.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, we'll
Find out on your
hopefully
next turn.
leave it to your fate lies in the decisions of your friends. Then I guess. Scribble, you see Louis go down.
Does it do damage, or no, it doesn't do any damage?
Not yet.
Gotcha. But it starts crawling into my unconscious body?
Hmm?
Sweet.
Up the butt.
Not this boy's P2.
What are you doing, Scribble?
So, do we have any indication, like, if it hasn't attacked us, that it's thrown a worm? Like, would I have any idea?
At this distance, I don't know. I mean, make a perception check. If I say I don't know, I like to leave it to the dice. You've watched Noro dodge a couple of these worms, and while you don't really know what they do, you did see one of them land on Louis as he went down. It's maybe like on his cheek as he lays there unconscious. You can see it.
Gross. Well, if I can see it, can I throw the worm off of that with telekinesis?
If it's within range, I don't see why not. Yeah, make a spellcasting ability check.
I lose to a fucking worm.
Accidentally throw Louis off.
I don't know where he went. First he was there, then he was gone. A huge or smaller creature, yeah. Ability check, 22. There's no way this thing can. It has.
Well, it would be an 18, right? Because I don't get my.
Oh,
Or do I get the +4?
Yeah, you get the +4 charisma. You just don't get the.
Oh, just not the proficiency.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, there is no way this thing can beat a 22. God, I don't even have a button to push to roll it, but it's -4, so 20 -4. There you go. It gets 3. You deftly pluck it off with the spell and fling it. At Noro?
No, just off the side.
Into the void.
Fuck that worm.
All right.
And then I'm gonna cast my Hound of Ill Omen at the Necromancer.
Oh boy. Smithers, release the hounds. At this guy over here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice, dude.
And we're just gonna put him in initiative so I can forget him like I always do. Alrighty. Go ahead and roll hound attack. Yeah, 17 definitely. Oh yeah, it's got no way to stop that. 17 definitely hits for 11 points of damage, DC 13 strength save. Manages to somehow stay on his feet. The dice are for once on my side on that. And that is 11 points of piercing damage as the hound bites through his dark robes into perhaps his thigh. That's it for you and the hound. It is the Celestial's turn. Because of the holy water, he gets an advantage. This. Oh, amazing. Rogar, you can sense, at this close to this creature, you can sense a wave of light, sense of warmth within suddenly pulse from this creature. You can see him flex his wings. Make another strength check. He flexes his wings against the chains. One of them tears loose. The chain shatters, and the wing flexes out, a few feathers flying off of it. As he continues to tug against the other chain. Lunalia.
If Lunalia is running headlong towards the center of this pit, would she have been aware of Louis going down behind her?
Her passive is really, really high, but he is kind of up and out of sight.
I imagine you'd see the Necromancer turn from a turtle back into the Necromancer.
Yeah, that's true. I'll leave it up to you.
But that could also come from lost concentration.
Yeah, lost concentration, switch to a different concentration spell. She's going to keep on her trajectory.
Okay.
So it's another 5 feet down, and then how deep is that pool of blood?
Well, you can see that this guy is standing in it up to his knee, so it's only about...
Okay, and it's 5 feet wide?
Yeah, you can jump over it with a very, very athletics or acrobatics, or you can
Okay.
you can run right through it.
She doesn't really want to step in it, so she will attempt to run and jump over it.
Okay.
And that's athletics or acrobatics.
Yep, your choice.
Let's do athletics.
Like
Because why
really,
not?
we're only looking for a natural one. Fine.
Why do you say these things? That was so close.
Wow. Oh boy.
Great.
You attempt to jump across it, and you do land in it, up to your knees. It slows you for a second. You lose 5 feet of movement. It doesn't seem to do anything to you though as you climb out of it.
Okay. Is the dude on the platform? Is that platform in the center that the thing is on elevated?
Yes, yeah. There's a like 2-3 steps up to it.
She is going to move right up behind this guy. She's going to reach into her belt pouch and pull out a handful of something. She's going to clap her 2 hands together and then slap her hands to the side of the Deva's head and cast Greater Restoration. No, not a poop needle. Greater Restoration.
Greater Restoration. Can you just make a spellcasting ability check?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Spellcasting ability check. So my spellcasting ability is Wisdom. So I'm just rolling a Wisdom. What am I rolling?
Just roll wisdom.
Yeah, just roll a wisdom ability check.
Yep.
Natural
wow.
20.
As the spell takes effect, you see light radiate out from this creature's flesh, and the darkness down both arms, down both sides of its face and neck and chest and arms that are bare. The darkness begins to fade, burned away by the light. The mouths down one side begin to scream, cry out again. A raucous cacophony that nearly deafens you. The eyes down the left arm, the right arm, ignite into brilliant flares before winking out of existence. It continues to, both of its arms continue to smolder and steam as the turn continues. But you seem to have purged it, at least part of what affected it. Anything else?
No.
Bonus
So it
auction.
only partly worked?
Oh,
Alright. That's it.
It's doing a thing. Rogar.
I will attack the chain, I guess. I imagine the chain that broke was the heated metal one.
It was the one on the left. The one on the
Yeah, that's the one I damaged with heat metal.
This one here remains.
Okay, I will move towards it and attempt to attack it.
All right.
It dodges.
Unfortunately, a 12 is not enough. You reel back and swing the Dragon Slayer longsword. It hits the chain, but the chain just snaps back and rejects the blow from the sword.
Attacking it again.
And again. Quite high enough.
Then I'll use my bonus action to knock over the Necromancer.
With your shield?
Yes.
Nice. And that is grapple. Very good at that. But I can use dexterity at least.
Ooh.
Tell me how the blood tastes, little man.
You knocking him back or knocking him down?
I'm knocking him over.
A prone. Alright. It is his turn. On his turn, he stands up. Oh boy.
Does standing up incur?
I think that's only in Pathfinder.
No, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be broken as fuck.
I know definitely it's in Pathfinder.
Oh, let's see. How about yeah, not that. Yeah. He reaches a hand towards you, and there is a sudden sick twist in the pit of your stomach as necromantic energy washes over you. I need you to make a con save as he casts Blight on you. God damn. Then you take half of 37.
Christ, I saw Greenham's word for a second.
Yeah, it's 17 points of damage. Is that right? 36, 18, no, 18 points of damage. Necrotic damage.
Alright.
Boy, that's his. You know what? He is gonna balls. He's gonna take an attack of opportunity and get the fuck away from.
Alright. I will use that.
Do it!
Why couldn't I get that for the fucking chain?
Ooh.
God damn. He takes 9 points of slashing damage.
Hang on. I will also use a maneuver with that, so he could be afraid of me. I just need to find.
Don't whiff, don't whiff, don't whiff.
Wisdom saving throw. DC 17.
You knocked him down, and then resisted his blight. He's already afraid of you.
I really want to drive it home, though.
You said that was a wisdom save?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Oh, I still beat it.
That's the Deva you rolled for.
You're right. It is. I pushed the wrong button. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. There we go. Nope.
Much better.
So he also takes an additional 8 points of damage.
Wow.
And then he's only got 15 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15. And there we go.
Did he succeed on his climb check?
No, yeah. No, he chose to walk through it.
On failure, it is frightened of you until the end of my next turn.
Alrighty. Noted. Let's go. Frightened is
Disadvantage to hit me, I think.
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you're within line of sight. Can't willingly move closer to the source of its. Cool. On the other necromancer's turn. Ooh.
You gotta pet the puppy.
Yeah, you gotta deal with that pupper.
That dog has saved us so many times.
Yep.
He is, yeah, he's also gonna blight you. To make another con save, we'll probably pass.
Wait, the other necromancer's blighting me?
Yep.
Wasn't... I thought blight was touch.
No, it's 30 foot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think I've always just seen blight cast at such close range.
Take another 20 points of necrotic damage from his blight.
Cool.
And he is going to... Oh boy. He's going to attempt to get away from the dog. Attack of opportunity. That's to scribble. Ooh. 14 does not hit.
Fucking dog.
So he's just gonna go over Well, he's gonna do that. And that's his turn. And Noro, it is back to you. Louis is on the ground, unconscious. Next to you, you have two of the zombies engaged with you, and a third one who was attacking the book and is now looking in general direction. This one is not doing well. This one has taken some damage. This one has taken some damage.
Noro looks at Louis and he's like, just like the dragon fight.
And remember, you can administer a healing potion as an action.
Yep. Is that considered a bonus action or an actual action?
It's a bonus action if you drink it yourself. It's an action if you give it to someone else. Pour it down his throat.
I wish to do that. I'm going to do a potion of greater healing to Louis. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh. Interesting. I didn't realize that a frenzied rage allows you to make that melee weapon attack as a bonus action, regardless of what you did with your other action.
Does that mean he's angrily pouring a potion in Louis' face?
Yeah, I mean, Louis, you might wake up with a little bit of broken glass in your mouth.
Open up works.
And
Don't worry, you're gonna take a nap here in a second.
And so because you entered into a frenzied rage, you also get an attack as a bonus action.
yeah, so Noro really doesn't want to do this, but because he's raging, he doesn't really care. He wants to somehow grapple this one, and I don't know if that's something possible, but he just wants to remove him or put him between, like maybe here, so that Noro can take his space, or can I throw him? I don't know if it's even possible to do that.
You can next turn. Unfortunately, you can only make a weapon attack.
Okay, and then my bonus action attack then?
But I'll tell you this, you did observe one of them attacking Louis' book repeatedly. They are not intelligent. If you attack this thing, it will probably leave him alone.
Okay, yep, that's what I was thinking.
Like,
I
this other one was
kinda-
literally fixated on a book that didn't exist.
Right, so I'm gonna yell like scribble, like get the one behind me. I'm gonna attack that one there. I have 2 attacks left, right? Because my bonus
nope.
action is some frenzy.
Just the bonus action. So,
Oh.
administering the potion is an action, which
Yeah.
takes the place of 2 of your attacks.
But I'm also in a frenzy from last round, right?
Correct. So you get a single melee weapon attack as the bonus action.
Oh, got it.
Frenzy only counts if it's actually you doing an attack.
Well, no, he gets it every turn. It's just he's already used his entire action to administer
Damn.
the potion.
Got it.
27 for a total of 15 points of slashing damage. As you cut into the creature, it turns, looks at you, and just hisses. I'm not going to do zombie sound because of my voice again.
Yeah.
You cut into it deeply, cleaving into its arm and chest, and it is beginning to look quite damp as worms spill out on the ground, splattering. And unless you have any
Okay.
movement, I will then go to the zombies. The one behind you.
I'm gonna stay.
All right. The one behind you attacks you twice. Claw. Claw. Ooh.
But
So the 4 and the 8 are halved. So the first attack is, I mean, I guess I can just total it up. It's 21 points of necrotic and 6 points of slashing for a total of 7.
so half of 27.
No, 27. 27 total. I have the 8 and the 4. And I need you to make a dex save. Por favor.
Okay.
Yeah, you deftly dodge out of the way of the one of the worms that it shakes off onto you. However, let's see, this one near Rogar. Yes, breaks free and attacks Rogar. Ooh, natural 1. So a total of 12 points of damage from that first claw attack. And then I need you to make a dex saving throw as well.
Fuck Christ.
You've been wormed.
I will also use a reaction maneuver to retaliate and hit the zombie back.
Reaction since your last turn?
On the
Yes, I did. Never mind that.
That is it for that guy. This guy, seeing the book gone, let's see, what is that? Athletics. 10 just barely makes it. That's, gets to there and is going to attack, well, actually, going to attack Lenalia. Claw. And a dex save. Ooh,
Man!
you have also been wormed. Noro, the last spawn, turns to you. Slashes at you. You claw attacks. I think one of those hits.
Yes.
For 3 points of slashing for necrotic, so a total of 7. And a dex save, please. Nice. Louis, it's to you. Eyes open as the potion takes effect, and the gnome is once again back.
Well, I will stand from prone. It's half my movement. And then reach out in a blast of lightning energy. Strikes out at this guy that's adjacent to me.
Ooh, the old shocking grasp. But 27 hits for 12 points.
So it's 12 points of damage. And then he can no longer take AOPs. Or can't take reactions, excuse me.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, and then you can just walk away from him.
Yeah. So 5, 10. I guess that's it. Or I think maybe 15. Because half my movement would be, my speed is 25. Half my movement you'd round down, so it would be 10.
Yep.
So then 15 movement. So that's action, movement. I don't have any bonus right now, so I am done.
Alrighty. Mr. Scribble. What you got?
I am going to cast a lightning bolt at the necromancers and that other thingy.
Cool, cool.
It's 100 feet that I can cast it, so I
Yeah,
assume
and
with the...
I'm just doing a... Yeah, you'll hit all three of them. If you do like that, you'll hit, half of each. Yep. So, the Necromancers, what is this? A dexterity saving throw. 1, 2... I go top to bottom, left to right. So, and the creature that is prone and inactive would automatically fail it. And so we're talking 30 points of lightning damage to this guy. $30 to the inactive zombie, and 15 this guy. As the bolt of lightning sears through the air, lighting this shallow cauldron that some of you are in. The robes of two of these necromancers are partially burnt away as they're blasted with the full force of this lightning bolt. One of them twisting out of the way at the last second to soften the blow. Anything else?
No, not for me.
And then for the hound, I don't recall. Does it it moves on its turn, right, to follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would easily catch up with him. Yeah, that's easily a hit for 11 points of piercing, and then a strength save. He manages to stay on his feet, but he's badly wounded. As the hound bites into him, you can hear him yelp out in pain and drop to one knee. He is death. Celestial's turn. God damn, saves are impressive. Yeah, the Celestial snaps the last chain, and he stands a good 1.5 foot taller than Rogar. He flexes his wings as they cast a shadow about you. And he is going to he places a hand on Rogar on your shoulder and casts Healing Touch. Nope, not like that. We're healed for 17 points. You are also freed from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness. At which point, the worm that is on your skin, trying to burrow between your scales, withers and dies with a puff of smoke.
Nice.
I think at that point he is going to lift off the ground and fly up. I'm going to move him to the sort of the side here a little bit. You know, he sort of flies up and drifts back, surveying the landscape about him. He flies up maybe 30 feet.
No opportunity attacks from the other two.
You hear in your mind a single voice as the last of the mouths and the corrupted flesh fade away. I am in your dead. Let's end this. Linalia, turn. If she's back. I think I saw any.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, she's in rough shape.
You have a worm on your arm trying to burrow into your flesh. You probably should do something about that.
So that takes an action to deal with that. Is that
It
correct?
does. You can either attack it has a
Okay.
ridiculously low AC, or you can just flick it off. Which takes no roll. But it is still alive on the ground.
Okay, so
You can eat it.
I have a choice. I can either heal us, all of us, or get rid of this worm. She can't actually see Louis, but she's aware that there is a fight happening up there. How does Rogar look to her?
I've been blighted twice. And, probably pretty, he looks tired.
Okay.
Around half health.
Yeah. At risk to herself, she's going to cast from the Staff of Healing. Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
She's going to center it. About here. About 10 feet up, so that I guess it's level with the upper ring, so that it can hit me and Rogar and Noro and Louis. She won't be able to get Scribble, but I don't think he's hurt anyway.
Okay.
It would also heal the Deva.
Cool. All right. Go ahead. Oh, you already did.
Yeah.
So
19 points. To Noro, Louis, Rogar, myself, and the Deva.
Thank you. Needed that.
But she now has a worm burrowing into her.
First time we've gotten this far with the worm. So, at the end of this turn, you take a single point of piercing damage. Worm burrows into your flesh.
Okay.
Got fucking Lyme disease.
She can't really move without getting hit, so... yeah, she is going to stand her ground.
Okay. Rogar, it is.
God. I'm going to use a maneuver. Let me just find it. I'm going to use bait and switch on Lunalia. Spend one superiority die, switch places with that creature. Does not provoke opportunity attacks. if the creature is willing. So I'm going to do that first. If Lunalia is willing to get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And I gain 8 temporary AC points.
Holy crap. So the two of you switch like that?
Yep. And I will attack the one that hit her.
Cool. Was that bait and switch? That's one of your attack actions?
That is one of my maneuvers.
Yeah, sorry. It counts as an attack action.
That is what it says. It doesn't say that it's an action or anything.
Got it. No, it's free.
Nice. So I will let...
I think it says no bait and switch, no action.
Would
I think it counts
Might
as
be.
part of your movement because it says provided you spend at least 5 feet of movement in the creature. Like, yeah, so you still get 2 attacks.
Would I be able to hit the worm off of Lunalia?
No, it has disappeared from sight.
Gotcha. Okay, I will just attack the zombie that hit her then. And then the second one. Or the other zombie that was focused on me.
Okay, so 1 attack against each.
Yep.
Spreading that threat around. Both attacks land. 9, 12 points of damage to them. The one on the left, the one that was attacking her, is looking fairly hurt. Third of its health type of thing. As worms spill out of it, dropping into the pool of blood behind it and splattering about it. The other one looks healthier, but definitely dead. That it for you?
I will then use my bonus action for second wind.
Goddamn.
Wait, how much health did we gain back from... Okay, 19. I need to finish
19.
doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to do second one.
Yeah, hopefully Scribble's not too hurt because I couldn't get him in that group.
long
Okay,
as I
have
got 1
recovered health. Wait, shit. Okay, now I'm done healing. That is my turn.
Alrighty. On the Necromancer's turns, the healthier of the two, seeing the Deva is free, well, he's going to look, and he's okay. He's going to cast Circle of Death, targeting the Deva. It will hit the Deva, Rogar, Lunalia, the 2 spawn. Just the bottom of the group. So I need a
Con
saving throw from
Ugh.
Have.
Yay!
So you each take 14 points of necrotic damage. The spawn save, yes, Yes, they also each take 14 points.
And die?
No, but one of them's looking really hurt.
What about the worm in my arm? Did it survive?
The worm in your arm.
Does it have resistance?
Cannot be
That's its
killed
arm.
by normal means. Still has AC. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say, you feel it die.
Oh, phew.
But you can still feel it inside you.
Ugh.
That's gross. Sure. And I need. Magic resistance. Okay, so he got. Yep. Wow. Takes full damage. Resistance, radiant bludgeon. Wow. Okay, so he takes the full 28.
David dies.
And sorry. Fix his hit points here. All right. That is the necromancer's. One of the necromancer's turns. Says something to the other one, and the other one is going to cast Dimension Door. Unless somebody can stop him.
Can I see them?
Yes.
I'm not close enough. Which one was doing it?
The bottom one of the two. The one who's on death's door.
Nope, can't reach him.
I mean, you could move to here.
Well, he can't
It's
move.
not my
reaction.
It's a reaction.
Oh, right, it's a reaction.
He says a quick word of power and disappears, blinks out of existence. At which point, Scribble the Hound would go running after him?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's interesting. The Hound goes running after him on its turn.
He doesn't even take his buddy with him?
No.
I'm glad we didn't join this cult.
Noro, it is to you. You can. Oh, fuck! I forgot. You can bring one person with you. No, that's fine. The other guy's doing
Peace,
alright.
I'm out.
Well, the one told the other to go. I'll deal with this. And so Noro, it's to you. You've still got 2 of these. Somewhat renewed by a bit of healing, but still in a bit of trouble. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. I wish to... I want to make my way to that pillar here. I don't think fighting these guys is smart. Actually, no. Let me kill. I think I can kill this guy first. Let me attack. I'm gonna attack this guy here.
They're both quite damaged. They're both within a few points of each other. 12 hits. Total of 12 points of damage.
Sweet.
But he's still standing just barely. You got 2 more attacks if you want bonus action.
Yep. Attack number 2. The same one.
Still standing, but just barely. You cleave deeply into him, nearly separating his top and bottom half. Worms pull the two parts together, but you can see what few there are left are moving lethargically.
Just die already.
Yeah, that'll do. How do you finish it off?
Finish the cleave in half.
This time,
Kind of.
swinging with renewed energy, the sword goes right through. The upper torso of the zombie falling onto the ground, worms spilling out of its hollow chest, and they fizzle and die as they hit the ground. As its legs, still standing, finally tip over on top of the rest of it. There is still the one behind you, but you've managed to finish this one off. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you good where you're at?
Man, it took 3 attacks to hurt that guy. I want to move. I'm gonna move my full 40 feet. To there.
Cool.
One square at a time.
While you're doing that, Rogar.
Attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Opportunity.
I don't think it can.
attack. This one, no, it can't because it got shock and grasp.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You are in the free, my friend.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
Walk away. Rogar. This one swipes at you twice with its claws. That's a miss, and that's a
Also a miss.
yep. And I need you to make a dex save.
Thank
Nice.
Christ.
Deftly dodge out of the way of one of them. So you hear it spatter off your shield. The other one does the same. 1, 2. Both also miss. Another dex save. 11 is exactly what you needed.
Nice.
And the third one will use its movement to chase after Noro. And they are mindless zombies, so it's just gonna it'll blow a dash to get up to you, and it has nothing left. Okay, and that's it. Louis.
Louis is going to. So the one by Nora was looking messed up. How are the two next to Rogar and Lunalia looking?
This one is near death. This one is about half. This one is close to death as well.
I'll do pull out the wand again and do magic missile at 5th level. Oh, god damn it. So at 5th level, there should be 7. So I'll go 2 against each of the zombies. Fucking shit. 2 damage sucks. And then 1. So 4 damage to each of the 3 zombies, and 2 damage to the necromancer.
Got it. A plethora of missiles spiral out from the tip of the wand, shooting halfway across the bowl before splitting directions and peppering multiple targets. They all seem to hit. They all seem to deal damage. It's not very... Every little bit counts. And then bonus action, or are you done?
I'm done.
Scribble.
How does the other necromancer look?
The other necromancer has taken a fair amount of damage, mainly from your lightning bolt. He is at about half. And if it changes anything, your hound goes after you. But I'll tell you, your hound runs off this direction and off over the bridge.
So the hound, it's got 50 feet of movement, but if it can't attack, I assume it dashes.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
So it runs off 100 feet.
Yeah.
Bye-bye! I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb at the Necromancer. Oh, there's the box. Wow, what horrible damage.
With Chromatic Orb, do you choose the damage type?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just reading up on the hound. The hound will basically keep running after its target. It can use its action only to attack its target. Move only toward its target by the most direct route. Can use its action. So theoretically, it doesn't make sense that it wouldn't use its action to dash after it. So yeah, it's going to dash after him. And the hound is up for 5 minutes, so it will continue chasing this guy for 5 minutes. I'll have to do a little math to see if it can catch him or not. That's interesting. Although he's got more damage. So, but you are aware of your hound chasing after him. Chromatic Orb 20 hits. These guys, yeah. Yeah, he got nothing. 14 points of acid damage. As the orb swirls across the bowl and smashes into him. Burning away more of his robes with acid. He is not looking well. Acrid smoke rises from him. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
You still have telepathy active, don't you? Telekinesis? Sorry. All right.
Yeah, it lasts 10 minutes.
Your hound continues dashing off.
Bye-bye.
On the Deva's turn. It surveys the field and it's gonna fly over here and descend, attacking this undead creature that is lying on the ground. As he descends, wings fully unfurled, gliding down, He reaches out with his left hand, and a brilliant rod of light appears, energy swirling about it, materializing into a massive golden mace. Brings the mace down on the unmoving creature, dealing a total of 20 points of damage to it. Oh, yeah, shit, more than once. That's some. 43 points. Alright, that's his turn. Lunalia.
Let's see. How damaged do the two in front of Rogar look?
One of them, this one is near death, and this one is not far behind it.
Okay.
And they both seem to be fixated on attacking him.
Okay. She's gonna look over across at the Necromancer and say, let's see how you like it. Whoop, I didn't mean to cast it at 5th level. I gotta cast it at 4th.
Wow. Wow.
So he takes half of 34, which is 17 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Oh, he is resistant to necrotic damage, so halved again.
Oh. And then she's gonna move.
Okay. You can see it still does have some effect. His already pale face draws gaunt. Where are you moving to?
Up here.
So an attack of opportunity from the spawn behind you?
Yeah, unless they're fixated on Rogar for whatever reason.
I mean, they're attacking him, but it can still take
Okay.
a swing at you.
Yep, that's fine.
For 9 points of damage total. No worm. Rogar.
For doing anything, I don't remember. Have I used action surge yet or not?
You said you were going to, but I don't think you actually did.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay. In that case, I will. I'll probably use it this round.
Is it Scaly Blender time?
Yes.
Spin to win.
So, I'm going after the one that is the most damaged.
It's this guy here. Yes, the first hit cleaves into it, nearly killing it. The second hit finishes.
Just looking at maneuvers.
I'm assuming the third roll there is from your action surge.
Yes.
That's very definitely a hit.
With a menacing attack, so wisdom saving throw, or be frightened.
Yeah, not immune to being frightened, so it's frightened of you.
Is it dead yet?
You also get, the extra 4 damage. It is not, but it is near
Okay.
death.
I imagine Rogar is probably pretty fed up with these things.
Don't forget you have
So
one more
I-
attack too.
Yes. I don't know how Rogar would do it. Really, he'd probably just be angry.
Are you gonna do it?
And want to just smite down the undead.
So those of you that see this out of the corner of your eye might see his blade begin to glow.
And I will use smite. Divine smite.
Holy shit. First level spell?
Yes.
For an extra, what is that, a D8?
As soon as I find it. Divine Smite. Where is Divine Smite?
Is it a spell?
No, it's just it probably doesn't put it on your actions. Oh no, it's on your actions page, just way down.
You can expend one spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus
2D.
1d8 against undead or fiends. So
Yeah,
3d8 total.
Yeah. Goddamn. Ooh!
Those some nice rolls.
So a total of 29 in that last hit, and it had 15 hit points left. How do you finish it off? As your sword begins to glow with radiant energy.
Probably through the guts and just let the light pour through it.
The sound of boiling, popping worms is deafening as the radiant light from the sword burns this creature from within. It's smoking bones falling to a pile. You are left with you're vaguely aware of one chasing after Noro. You can hear it as it chases after him on the ledge above, and there is the Necromancer and one on the ground behind him. I should probably put it in order. Others.
I will glare at the Necromancer and beeline it for him.
Alright.
Yeah, I can get up to him. Right up next to him.
You are out of, you got a bonus action, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Can I shield bash him?
You can.
And just knock him prone? Get up there and knock him on his ass?
Yeah, I don't see how he beats that with a strength of 9. Oh, you know what? He can use Dex. Still ain't gonna beat. He can't even beat it with a nat 20. He goes la prone. And as he lands on the ground, prone, it is now his turn. I just don't see how he would do anything other than Dimension Door at this point. He shouts an arcane word of power. And, Louis, how's your range to him?
I haven't moved, so...
Oh, is it not 60 feet?
It looks like it is.
Yeah, you get range.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're familiar with the spell. You know exactly what it is as soon as he utters it.
Yeah, I will counter it. At 3rd level, so...
So it is a roll with a DC of...
Nice.
The spell fizzles as the word leaves his mouth, and his form begins to flicker. There's a pause, and nothing happens, and Rogar, his eyes go wide. Noro. You've successfully kited the zombie over to the other platform.
Mm-hmm. You said he was hurting pretty bad, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna chop him up.
Do it.
Oh, okay.
That's enough.
Ooh, sweet.
How does that big greatsword finish him off?
Oh, much like the other, just right across. Chop him in half. I'm surprised he chased me down that far.
Well, his mistake. But, with an intelligence of 5, what else are they gonna do?
Right.
Any movement there from you?
Yes.
You don't have to go around. You could go straight over.
Yeah, it's
He's not
just like
touching
a.
that platform.
That's
I'm
true.
going around the pillar.
Yeah, maybe he wants to go around it.
Yeah,
Makes
I'm
sense.
thinking it's booby trapped. So, just
Cursed.
going around. I wait here.
All right. The spawn behind the necromancer rises to its feet and attacks you, Rogar. Oop. I don't think either of those hit.
Nope.
But I do need you to make a dex save.
Nope.
Ooh, pinchy. Been wormed.
I will retaliate against it because I haven't used reaction. For 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage, nice. Louis. The Deva is busy dispatching one of the inactive spawn. Rogar is engaged with both the necromancer, who is on death's door, and a badly injured spawn that has just stood up next to him. And that's it as far as you can.
Sorry, it's me.
Yes, sir.
Um, I mean, I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm
You're pretty tapped out.
pretty tapped out. So, Firebolt's gonna happen at the Necromancer. 9 fire damage to him.
With disadvantage because he is prone.
Oh,
Yeah, you can just roll it a second time.
Ugh.
Ooh. Actually,
And he smokes Rogar.
oh yeah, no, his AC is 12.
I mean, with an attack, a 1 always misses, and a 20 always hits.
Yeah. The firebolt lands just a bit shy and ignites a corner of his robes on fire. He manages to roll around and puts it out, but it does no damage. Leaving it to Scribble unless Lou's got any bonus action.
Nope.
I will cast Chromatic Orb and twin it to hit one at the Necromancer and one at the zombie thing.
All right. Zombie's normal roll. Necromancer is prone, so disadvantage. Look what you did, Rogar. You knocked him down. Now they can't hit him. Good job.
Rogar's just tired now.
The first two will be the cast for the Necromancer.
Ah, the 12 does hit. That is just enough. He had 10 hit points left. He dies screaming from the acid that eats through his chest. And the last roll is for the zombie for 8 points of acid damage.
Yep.
Checking, no resistance to that. Takes it. You can see, Rogar up close. You see a large bunch of the worms crawling across this thing's torso. Melt off, sizzling as they hit the ground. Sick smell hits your nostrils. Anything else, Scribble?
Nope, I'll just watch my dog run off.
Yeah, he continues to run another 100 feet up the... he disappears out of sight. On the Davis turn, he is going to... wang jangle that thing with his mace twice more. The 15 and 20, he kills it. He then, with a powerful flap of his wings, rises up into the air, faintly glowing, and surveys the scene. And I think that's all he's going to do. Lunalia.
She doesn't have too much left in the tank either. She's going to cast. Let's see. Don't really have. Rogar's too close, I'll hit him with Ice Knife if I do it.
Just like old times.
Yep. She's gonna use her sling.
I've got resistance to cold that you would know about. If you want to use Ice Knife.
No, she's gonna use a bonus action to cast Magic Stone. So... That's not actually the attack, it's... Magic Stone is very... Because I use it with my sling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the 15 would be the attack.
Well, no, it is with a sling. It's a ranged spell attack with a sling. Someone else attacks it, they add your spellcasting ability modifier, not theirs, to the attack roll. So, yeah, so that's accurate. So it's a 12 to hit, which hits. It does 7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, so I don't need to roll anything else.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you have to have a sling to deliver it ranged, but you don't actually roll the sling attack. You roll the spell attack.
See. Yeah, I didn't think you did. I thought you could throw it, but...
Sorry,
sense.
yeah,
Okay.
you can. You're right. You can throw it. If thrown, it has a range of 60 feet. Which implies that if you use a sling, it has the range of what a sling has.
Right.
Yep. You hit it for 7 points, which is actually, a decent fraction of its health. The stone hits it, and there's a spark of arcane damage as it impacts. Anything else?
No. She's
Back-
gonna start moving out of the pit, though.
Back to Rogar then.
Climb up the cliff, and then 2 attacks on it.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna need to, but go for it. 9 points. Yeah, you gonna sorry, 13. Oh, your first exactly 13 hit points. How do you finish off this apparently final enemy?
Off with the head, I guess.
One clean swing of the Dragon Slayer longsword, and the creature's foul, rotting skull goes rolling down the terraces and into the pool of blood, where it floats for a second before disappearing beneath the surface. Its corpse drops to its knees, and worms spill out of it, sizzling and popping as they die. And with that, combat comes to a close. The soft sound of wings on air as this angelic being hovers over the battlefield, watching over all that's transpired. Slowly,
Does it look like he still has corruption on him?
there are, well, I'll say this, he begins to move towards you, gliding down slowly, and as he does, you can see there is an aura of radiance about him, but where the eyes and mouths once were, and the necrotic taint about them, there are deep scars, in his otherwise pristine flesh. Where his skin does not radiate light so brightly, and it has almost a burnt texture to it. As his feet touch the ground, he towers over you, looking down at you, much the way you look down upon some of the shorter members of your party. And his softly glowing eyes rest on you. I'm in your debt. The wings furl behind him. The mace drops to the ground with a thud. And he places a hand on your chest, and you are healed. Nope. For 23 points.
Back up to max.
Yeah, he needed the least healing. He could have touched anybody else.
That's okay. That's his choice.
Racist.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna stop moving stuff around the map because combat's done now, but I thought I would never break those bonds. He looks around slowly, surveying the pit. Do you know what this place is?
Well, we kind of came in here to figure out what exactly it was. But I believe we have an idea. Or at least some references to what this place could be.
He looks down at the corpse of the one necromancer that is felled here. And there's the corner of his mouth curl downwards. Foul beings. There are more. Several more. The one that leads them, cloaked in illusion. Secret figure. I could not peer beyond his mask. A being of great power, though. And his master, whom I did see. A vestige of a fallen god.
You refer to Orcus, I imagine.
Yes, I think. As
I'm
the
gonna throw
rest,
up an illusion of Hammond.
the Deva looks at the illusion. And nods slowly. That is the one who led them, although that is not his true form. Powerful he is in this place. He leads many. The Deva looks around the pit again. They bound me here. Called me. Bound me. He looks down at his scarred arms. And then this. You are fortunate. And he looks towards Lunalia. And wise. To have freed me in the way you did. Had you not, and he looks at his arms again, had you not removed the curse, I would have been a more formidable foe than those you fought here. He bows deeply at Lunalia.
She just sort of nods her head at him. She's gonna motion to Louis to come over and join us, so I could do some healing.
Louis joins.
So she's gonna cast another Mass Cure Wounds.
Go ahead and add that to your HP. I don't think we're gonna have a long rest here. We'll go into next week wherever you guys are, but yeah. So go ahead and tally that up. It's important. The Deva looks about the group. I would see this place destroyed. He looks at the chains disappearing up into the darkness. Once you are to safety, I will break the chains.
What of
And
the markings on the outer ring?
He lowers his head as he closes his eyes. And then there's a crack of light as his eyes open, just barely, and a single tear falls from his cheek. They sacrificed many, attempting to learn how to unlock something from a dark place, something locked away. Another vestige. They were close. I was not for that. I was for something else. For his return. For his ascension. They spoke of a sacrifice a celestial being, turned to darkness. His eyes go wide, looks up. I believe the vestige meant to ascend. Tenebris become Orcus once again. He looks around at all of you. And something else, his breath unlocked from a vault with no key. Children of the elements were the key. In the mind of one, no, 4, they sought. It is no matter. I will destroy this place. And then return home. And they will fail. I leave the rest to you. And he stands there, passively, waiting for someone to say something further.
What else is there to do?
He points at the illusion. I may thwart their efforts by destroying this place, but they will try again and again, as is their way. There is a darkness in this place. I leave it to you to remove it.
We have had friends and an enemy both claim to have seen visions of this green balefire in the city above, killing and raising the undead wherever it may go. Is there any way we could prevent this from happening, or have your help in thwarting it?
The Deva looks around, knowingly, at the 4 pillars. I believe... And he stops for a second, seemingly collecting his thoughts. I believe they sought to gather children of the elements, to bring forth the breath. I know not how. I think neither did they. They did not think I heard them through the pain, through the torture, but I did. That one who led them and the others. The dark figure who spoke to them in the shadows. The remnant of Orcus. Tenebris, they call him. They spoke of gathering knowledge, gathering the 4 who remained. They were very near to succeeding.
Did they mention who these 4 are?
They spoke cryptically. One they captured. One was of no use. One soon to be theirs, and one they had not yet found. The Deva looks at you, Lino. There was a fifth. One lost.
Then I believe I know who the 4 are.
He nods.
So without these 4, they can't complete their work?
I believe they sought something those 4 knew, or perhaps one or more of them knew. Finish this, and he spreads his arms wide. Once done, the breath would be used for a great sacrifice. All of those above this place. And then I was to be the key for him to ascend. You must find those responsible for all of this. You must root them out, or they will try again. Perhaps not here, but somewhere. Then next time, they may succeed.
Yeah, she is visibly worried now. We need to get Kaldrum out of the city.
What happens to the city when we destroy this platform?
The sun sets, the sun rises. Life will carry on. I intend to break these chains and drop this isle into the pit. To destroy these profane circles. It will prevent them, at least for a time, attempting this again. And then I must return, for I have already stayed too long.
Linolia's just gonna walk over and kick a rock off the edge.
Scribble's gonna try to pull one of the chains off with telekinesis,
Oh yeah, that's still active, eh?
just to see if he can.
I mean,
It says up to 1,000 pounds, but he doesn't know that.
yeah, you could, I'm sorry, give me a sec, I'm just bringing the spell up here, yeah, make a charisma check. Let's just see what it does.
A check or a roll?
Yeah, well, a check is a roll. Not a save. Charisma check.
Okay.
Spellcasting ability check. You target the nearest chain and give it your mightiest pull with the spell that you still hold. You all feel the platform that you're on, this massive stone aisle suspended in the darkness, shake just the tiniest bit, but nothing.
Did I ever hear that rock hit the bottom?
No.
Ooh. Scribble, maybe after we get off the platform.
I had to try.
Did you though? She's going
There's still
to.
3 left.
She's gonna start looking at the bodies of these necromancers. She's looking for any writings, any journals, any scrolls, any information on them.
Well, one thing I did not do was a loot table for them. So if you're okay for me to hang on to that till
Sure.
next week,
Yep.
but it'll be loot that's not particularly story meaningful. You do find there is just the one necromancer, the other one bamfed out.
Oh, he got out. That's right.
Scribble, you become eventually aware of the hound failing to find its target and disappearing. However, he did manage to catch up with the necromancer once, just for a brief instant, before he teleported away again. You do find a very similar brand on this necromancer's chest.
Okay.
Seen before. Another sign of the fallen Prince of Unearth.
She's gonna put her hand down on Louis' shoulder and say, "I'm very sorry. It looks like Pierre might have fallen in battle."
It is so tragic.
Maybe we could get you a bird or something.
I am sure I will be fine. Merci.
So yeah, I would assume that we would start making our way back out the way we came.
The David turns to you all and says, "This is the last you will see of me. Although I am in your debt." Before we part, is there anything you would ask of me?
God, that's.
Do you have a way to force the true form of the helper?
Hold for a moment. Please hold while the DM looks it up. Right. I do not. But there is one. And he looks towards Scribble. Whom you know. Who does? I would counsel you avoid him at all costs. But I can smell his stink on you. So I assume you have already dealt with him. The look on his face turns to one of disdain. I will not advise you to ally with him, but he is capable and powerful, and has drawn some attention. the celestial planes. Take care that he does not eventually own you, as he does others.
Are you able to return other Genasi to their home plane if they are not originally from the material plane?
He turns to you and smiles softly. I, unfortunately, am but a messenger. There are those who can. He looks to Linelia. And those who will someday be able to.
On your trips through the plains, have you ever encountered a space created by men?
He smiles and sort of looks off into the far distance. There are many spaces created by mortals.
This is a nexus of sorts.
Stops. Ah. Yes. Some spaces hold vast treasures, others sanctums. Some places where men go to hide. Others where they hide their belongings. But what you speak of, I know of only two. One is vast and well-traveled, tightly controlled. My kind are not allowed. The other is new. Small. Is open. And is very near. What do you want of this space?
There's a treasure inside that I would very much like to get my hands on.
The Deva nods. As my gift to you for freeing me, I will take you there. Only you. At a time of your choosing.
Well, I'm not busy right now.
His eyebrows raise. He looks around. I have work here. If you wait for me.
Soon then.
In the tunnel beyond, I will come when I'm finished. If you are not ready then, I can return. I am Erelon. Find a way to call for me, and I will take you then.
She just nods at him. She's gonna start making her way to the tunnel.
Alright. Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to do here, up the bridge and into the tunnel, stop me if there is something else you want to check out here.
To be honest, I'm fading pretty fast. I wouldn't mind calling it there.
Yeah.
I didn't follow a lot of what just happened.
Slow talking angel said some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, up the bridge and into the tunnel. Behind you, a golden glow that fills the space. The dark chains glimmering in the growing light. There is what sounds like a battle cry, and the shattering of steel. The light goes out, and behind you in the darkness you hear something fall, perhaps the massive stone island. There is a rush of wind past you as the space it vacates draws air from the tunnels. And seconds later, seconds that stretch into an eternity, finally there is a great crash as that stone island suspended by chains hits the floor of the cavern far, far, perhaps even in an upper layer of the Underdark. Moments later, dust pours into the tunnel behind you, raised from the impact. And somewhere from far, far below, something stirs. Far distance below, a roar.
Ah, shit, there's the Tarrasque down there.
As you make your way out of the tunnels and back to the... I think that's where we can end for the week.
Sounds good.
Episode 50, yay, we did it.
We saved the peck monster.
Yep. I don't know if I ever did a zoom on that guy, but that's what he looks like, and I guess I can probably...
It's like Prince Adam.
He's got the power.
You do.
Yep, big half-naked winged angel dude.
It's just shirtless. It's not a big deal. I feel like I've seen that mace before.
Yeah, it's very similar to that one that I forget what it's called. Yep.
Oh shit! I closed my roll 20.
Well, thanks anybody and everybody for watching, and hope to see you next week. Bye.